Welcome back to Gear Up Bike, your ultimate destination for in-depth motorcycle reviews, honest opinions, and the most detailed insights into the latest two-wheeled machines. Today, we're diving into one of the most awaited launches from Royal Enfield, a name that carries heritage, pride, and timeless design. Yes, we're talking about the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250, a bike that revives nostalgia while introducing a brand new chapter for entry-level enthusiasts who crave that authentic thump but in a more approachable and modern package. The Bullet 250 represents a bridge between Royal Enfield's legacy and its new-age engineering, a design for riders who want the unmistakable Bullet feel without the heavy mass or intimidating power of the 350 and 500 models. So, let's take a closer look at what this all-new machine brings to the table. Right from the first glance, the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 exudes that classic Bullet DNA. The design remains unmistakably Royal Enfield, that long, timeless silhouette, teardrop fuel tank, and chrome detailing that immediately transports you back in time. But look closer and you'll see that everything has been refined, re-engineered, and modernized for today's rider. The front of the bike carries a new halogen headlamp setup surrounded by a chrome bezel, maintaining that old-school round shape while integrating LED DRLs for a touch of modernity. The front forks are beefier now, wrapped neatly by traditional fork gaiters, giving the bike that muscular stance. The metal fender feels sturdy and substantial, a welcome contrast to the lighter-weight plastics seen in most modern machines. The front view gives off that royal vibe, a confident, solid, and purely mechanical. Move to the side and you start to see how Royal Enfield has balanced heritage with evolution. The bike's side profile is where the Bullet magic truly shines. The sculpted fuel tank with hand-painted pinstripes reflects craftsmanship and authenticity, while the chrome-finished engine casings and exhaust keep the aura of the classic Enfield alive. The seat sits low, providing an accessible height for shorter riders, and it has been redesigned with better cushioning for long-distance comfort. The single-piece saddle looks traditional but hides a new foam density that prevents fatigue even on extended rides. The side panels are metallic and feature the iconic Bullet 250 badge, embossed in vintage-style lettering. The exhaust pipe runs in a straight line and ends with a slightly upswept silencer that delivers that signature thump sound Royal Enfield fans will immediately recognize, but with a more refined note, thanks to updated exhaust tuning. From the rear, the Bullet 250 continues its minimalist approach. The classic rounded tail lamp makes a comeback, now with LED lighting for better visibility. The rear mudguard is entirely metal, giving it durability and a sense of old-school craftsmanship. The indicators are slightly modernized with clear lenses but maintain a simple round shape. The spoke wheels wrapped in tubeless tires add to the retro appeal while ensuring practicality and ease of maintenance. The rear suspension features twin shock absorbers, now with preload adjustment, allowing riders to fine-tune the comfort depending on the load or riding condition. The overall stance of the bike when viewed from behind feels sturdy, balanced, and dignified, at the kind of presence that makes heads turn without trying too hard. Underneath that classic bodywork lies a brand new heart of the all-new 249cc air and oil-cooled single-cylinder engine, which is where the real transformation happens. Royal Enfield has engineered this motor to strike a perfect balance between performance, refinement, and fuel efficiency. It produces around 20 horsepower and 20 Nm of torque, making it punchy for city use while keeping enough mid-range grunt for open-road cruising. The throttle response is smoother than ever before, thanks to advanced fuel injection and a new balancer shaft that drastically reduces vibrations, one of the major improvements over older Enfields. The 5-speed gearbox feels slicker, and gear shifts are more positive and less clunky, which longtime Enfield owners will definitely appreciate. When it comes to performance, the Bullet 250 may not be about sheer speed, but it's about feeling that commanding presence and linear torque delivery that makes every ride enjoyable. In city traffic, the bike feels surprisingly light and nimble, thanks to a slightly reduced curb weight compared to the Bullet 350. It weaves through traffic comfortably, with good low-end torque that allows you to stay in higher gears even at lower speeds. On highways, the Bullet 250 cruises happily at 90 to 100 km per hour, with minimal vibrations at the handlebar and pegs. The refinement is impressive, and the engine sound is soft, rhythmic thump feels more mature and controlled. Braking is handled by a 300mm front disc and a 240mm rear disc, both supported by dual-channel ABS. The bite and feedback are progressive, giving riders confidence whether in city traffic or during highway braking. The suspension setup has also been tuned for comfort. The telescopic front forks and twin rear shocks absorb most of the bumps and potholes with ease, making it ideal for end-in road conditions. The seat ergonomics are upright, the handlebars are slightly pulled back, and the foot pegs are mid-set, all combining to provide a relaxed riding posture suitable for long-distance touring as well as daily commutes. The bike's frame, built on a semi-duplex steel chassis, offers excellent stability through corners, and while it's not a sport bike by any means, it maintains composure even during spirited riding. Royal Enfield has also added a few touches of modern technology while keeping the old-school charm intact. The instrument cluster is semi-digital, combining an analog speedometer with a small digital display that shows fuel level, odometer, and trip information. There's also an optional Bluetooth-enabled variant that offers turn-by-turn navigation through the Royal Enfield app, a subtle but practical upgrade for modern riders. The switchgear feels premium, and the paint quality, fit, and finish have improved noticeably compared to older models. Each part feels more refined, and you can tell that Royal Enfield has focused heavily on quality control for this model. Now let's talk about the most important factor, the price. Royal Enfield has positioned the Bullet 250 strategically to attract younger riders and those upgrading from 125cc or 150cc motorcycles. The expected price range starts around a superscript 11.65 lakh ex showroom and goes up to a superscript 11.85 lakh for the top variant with additional features and dual-tone colors. This makes it a highly competitive offering in its segment, rivaling models like the Honda CB350, Jawa 42, and the Yazdi Roadster, yet undercutting many of them in price while offering the unmistakable Royal Enfield aura. The bike is available in multiple colors including black gold, regal red, and chrome silver, each finished with pinstripe detailing that enhances its vintage appeal. In real-world terms, the Bullet 250 delivers approximately 38 to 40 km per liter, which is excellent for a motorcycle of its weight and displacement. Maintenance intervals have been extended, and Royal Enfield promises improved reliability through new engine components and better heat management. This means riders can now enjoy that authentic Bullet experience with fewer vibrations, lower maintenance, and better fuel economy. Overall, the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 is more than just a smaller version of the 350. It's a statement that Royal Enfield is listening to a new generation of riders who want the legendary thump in a lighter, more manageable, and modern form. It captures the spirit of the original Bullet but redefines it for the 21st century. Whether you're a first-time buyer looking for a premium entry-level motorcycle, a seasoned rider nostalgic for the old Enfields, or someone who just loves classic design with modern reliability, the Bullet 250 is an ideal blend of tradition and technology. So, as we wrap up this review, the 2025 Royal Enfield Bullet 250 stands tall as a motorcycle that pays tribute to its rich heritage while embracing modernity. It's not about racing or top-end numbers, it's about the feel, the connection, and the timeless presence it brings to every ride. Royal Enfield has once again proven that evolution doesn't mean abandoning tradition, it means perfecting it. That's all for today's review on Gear Up Bike. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your fellow riders, and subscribe to the channel for more honest and passionate motorcycle reviews. Ride safe, ride smart, and as always, gear up, because the road is waiting.